Hi, my name is Whitney Klein, and this is TQ number 3. So, I'm going to talk about politics, or as much as I know about it, or things from my view, I would say. To start off with, I guess I saw myself as more of a Republican, which I took from my parents when I was younger. In middle school, we had to do a project, 2008, I believe, which was the election. I was taking government, and we had to basically do this huge scrapbook on who we thought should win. And I obviously didn't have that many opinions of my own at that time, so I chose John McCain, which is who my parents were voting for. My parents also voted for Bush, which I didn't really like. I guess later on I learned more about him, but at the time I'm like, oh my god, he's great, but I don't think he's the worst person ever. There are definitely worse presidents. Our president right now. But later on, I guess I started to formulate my own opinions, and Obama was elected, and I wasn't upset about it really. It didn't really mean that much to me. My parents weren't that upset about it either. I guess they just voted Republican because they have been voting Republican. But this past election, they actually voted Democratic because me and my sister, I think, or my sister and I, influenced my parents more to not vote for Trump for, I guess, in my opinion, some very obvious reasons. But Obama, I feel like he was a really good president, but obviously a lot of things happen behind closed doors that we're not really aware of, like a bunch of things that are happening in the Middle East and all these oil scandals and all these people that are dying. That's kind of like overcasted, like no one really talks about it that much, but overall, from what I experienced, I feel like America wasn't perfect at that time. No one's really like no era has America been actually like perfect, but I feel like people were a little bit less on edge as they are now, and now I feel like ever since Trump got elected, everyone's always like at each other's throats, like, this is wrong, you have to feel this way, and this and that. But in my opinion, ever since he got elected, I feel like a lot of people's like true colors started showing, and I've just seen a lot more like racist acts. Not saying that there was never racism, but now people are like really putting it out there because I don't want to say like Trump is going out there and being like, go treat these people horribly. We need to do, or like this and that, because I don't know, just I don't know how to feel about that. But I'm not saying he's doing that, but I feel like people are taking that and just going with it and progressing with some of the things he said and making it even more extreme, such as the KKK rally that happened. Like, I don't think that would have really happened during Obama's era, being out open like that, as racist as they were, even though when Obama did get elected, there were a bunch of posters of him calling him like part of the Taliban, and like pictures of him like getting hung and stuff, which I don't really think is right. But yeah, I personally don't think Trump is a good idea. I had a lot more to say about this when this first happened, when he got elected, almost like a year and a half ago, whatever, in November. But now, like, I try to kind of block it out, which sounds horrible. I I was so angry at everything he was doing, and I would follow everything that he was doing. Like, the first thing he did when he got into office was sign off the thing in North Dakota that people spent months trying to protect all the Native Americans, and just like that, he signed off of it. And then the whole DACA thing, it's just like, you're causing so much more like stress in this country And this country isn't just for like white people. This country is a huge it's based off a foundation of, it's supposed to be a melting pot for people from all these different countries to come and seek salvation, and all these people, exactly, to seek salvation. One thing that really made me upset about him was the Muslim band that was entitled a Muslim band, but it was a Muslim ban. My best friend is actually Muslim, and she was for Trump because her dad was for Trump, and I told her that wasn't a good idea. And 3 months into his presidency, he created this ban, and just like this, she's like, I regret voting for him. I regret all of this because he's a horrible person. And I'm like, well, you should have listened to me. Well, not me, listen to everyone else. The thing is, like, the people that voted for him are acting surprised that he did these things. Like, people that immigrated here or whatnot, that were for Trump, like, from different countries. They're not aliens. I'm saying, like, they're not like natural born citizens or whatever. They're coming from mostly Mexico. I know some people from Brazil, some people from Cuba, especially. A lot of Cubans in Miami are for Trump. They come here and they voted for him, and then he changed this proposition on DACA and like the Muslim ban, all this stuff. And they're like, wow, I cannot believe that Trump did that. Why did I vote for him? Blah, da, da, this and that. I'm just like, how did you not see this coming when this is everything he said he was going to do from the beginning? So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people stopped being friends with each other, and like a lot of more people were showing their true colors. Everyone has something to say about politics online. So people are always arguing. You can look at any Facebook comment, and like it could be a picture of like a dog running through a field of flowers, and you go into the comments on Facebook and literally it's political for no reason. But like I said, I don't think he's a good president. I can't believe that a celebrity with all these scandals is now our president. But I don't know. It's just, it feels like a weird dream, you know? Like, you're just like, wow, that can't really happen. And then it happened, and now you're stuck. And I'm just like, ugh. It got to the point where I would read his tweets, and I would say, like, I would think, oh, this is a troll account tweeting this. And then I would click on it, and it's actually verified. I was like, oh, wow, this is actually Trump saying all this. His ego is, like, ridiculously horrible. But yeah, I actually muted him on Twitter, so I don't have to see his stuff anymore. That's how bad it got. So now I just try to block the idea that he is a president out of my mind, as horrible as that is. And now, like I said at the beginning, I was really angry, and I would always argue with people, and I guess from a liberal stance. And now I just kind of like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. It's too much for, like, not too much for me, like I get emotional or anything, but it's just like, it's so past the point of ridiculousness that I can't deal with it.